Before you do any labs, it's important for you to understand the safety rules so that you don't hurt yourself or cause someone else to be hurt. There are really only 10 laboratory safety rules, and most of them should make complete sense when you really think about them. So we're going to take a look at some of those and some of the safety equipment that we have in the lab so that when you're ready to do the laboratory, you're well informed. To start with, we're going to take a look at the safety rules. The number one rule is really the number one rule of life, and that's just use common sense. That means no horseplay. Horseplay is a funny term. It sounds like horses are playing, but what it really means is don't fool around in the lab. Be aware that other people are around you. They may be carrying glassware or solutions, and you don't want to be bumping into them. Keep your area clean so that you're not constantly knocking things over or spilling or making a whole mess. And then when you're done, always clean up your area before you leave. In other words, you know that little voice in your head that says, "Oh, we probably shouldn't be doing this." Listen to that voice. Because if it says you probably shouldn't be doing it, you know what? You probably shouldn't be doing it. Please don't do anything in lab unless it's specifically designed as an experiment. Don't see what'll happen if you mix things together. It's not going to be good. You want to make sure you learn the location and use of the safety equipment.
This video will teach you on how to properly use a fire extinguisher using the PES method. You can safely put out the fire, exit the building immediately. Step 2, with the extinguisher in hand, step 6 to 8 feet away from the fire. Step 3, use the PES method to put out the fire. Pull the pin so that you are able to discharge the extinguisher. Aim the extinguisher nozzle at the base of the fire. Squeeze the lever to discharge the extinguishing agent. Releasing the lever or will stop the discharge. Sweep pointing the extinguisher at the base of the fire. Move the extinguisher from left to right or back and forth in a sweeping motion until the fire is out. When the fire is out, continue to watch the fire to ensure the fire does not ignite once again. If the fire comes back, repeat the PES.
Hazardous. Just as it is important to use caution handling the chemicals during the experiment, we must properly dispose the chemicals after finishing the experiment.
Absolutely no waste should be thrown away in the trash. All liquids, including both reaction products and leftover chemical reagents, should be placed in the appropriately labeled bottle in the fume hood designated for waste collection.
If you obtain too much chemical and have an excess leftover at the end of the experiment, do not return the reagent to the bottle you obtained it from. This excess reagent is contaminated and should be placed in a waste bottle. Use the attached funnel to pour all liquids into the bottle. Close the top of the funnel after every addition of waste. Do not pour any liquid down the sink. Solid waste does not go in the trash. Place all solid waste from the experiment into the container labeled for solid waste in the fume hood. This includes the products of your reactions as well as any excess reagents that were not used. If any glass was broken during the experiment, be sure to carefully discard it in the broken glass container.
If you were exposed to a large volume of hazardous chemical, Use the safety shower immediately. Firstly, you need to pull the handle to activate the shower. Then, you need to remove all the contaminated clothing, jewelry, and shoes. Always remember, don't let modesty slow you down due to every second counts. Don't feel shame because another person may provide privacy by shielding you with a lab coat or other items. Please take note that you need to remain under the water for at least 15 minutes to allow time for the chemical to wash off.
Fume hoods are one of the most important safety features in a research laboratory. The hood is used to protect researchers from breathing hazardous airborne chemical, and usage can be used for protective shielding. This presentation demonstrates how to use your fume hoods properly to better protect yourself and our environment from exposure to hazardous materials. When you use the hood, you should turn on the hood light so you can see clearly. Check the proper height indicates the glass sash was raised to maximum working height as indicated by the joint arrow. The slightly lowered the tissue on the sash in round indicating that there is airflow into the hood. When the sash is lowered, the capsule appears better, but when the velocity becomes too fast, research samples can be sucked up the hood duct sash improperly adjusted.
While filling a burette, your eyes must be same level with the end of the burette. Use filter funnel while filling the burette. It can prevent the liquid from spilling. Do not filling the burette while the end of the burette is above your head level. That may result in an accident. Do not fill the burette too fast as it will cause spillage of the solution.